the time. Welcome back, everybody.
That'll teach you to
magic.
That'll teach you to walk away from our hot modern action. Turn that round right around.
We did turn that round right around.
Right round, baby. Right round.
Yeah.
All right, so Justin Gebing playing the future of the modern format, Jeskai.
Blue-white might be better. But
Sure. But, I mean, we're talking about, this is a deck where you can just plug in your Jaces.
you're not plugging in any Jaces.
You just have to, yes, you have to figure out, like, what to take out. Like, all your numbers change a little bit.
All your numbers change dramatically.
Oh, my gosh. It's a control deck. We're going to play a control deck with Jace in it.
So this is a Cryptic Command deck right now.
Okay.
And it would not be a Cryptic Command deck anymore. It would be a Jace deck. So it changes dramatically.
So, once we have these Jace decks established, what do you think the next level is? I think...
Please enlighten me.
I think to become bigger, to become bigger than the Jace deck,
Yes.
if you're also a Jace deck, to Fairy is where you want to be. I think that card's going to be huge. Don't make that face. I wish the camera was on so you guys could see this face he's making.
It was a good face. I've been working on that face all my life. So,
At least as long as we've been friends.
right. So the next Jace level. I mean, if you're just talking about like Jace mirrors.
Yeah, I'm playing a Jace deck, so some deck that's just trying to make the game go long so I can resolve my Jace. How do I beat a deck that's also just like, all right, we'll sit here and we'll resolve our Jaces. Or I'm going to try and resolve my Jace.
Right.
See, this card lets you, like, very early, like, step in and be like, all right, I'm going to cast this card before you try and resolve your Jace. Like, you have to counter this card at your end step.
So it's
And then I can untap. I have 6 mana. I'm going to be able to cast my Jace and back it up with a counterspell.
I get it. Like, you would cast it in response to their Jace, but it's kind of whatever. Like, they can just, if you don't get rid of their Jace immediately, they can just, like, bounce it, if nothing else.
Right.
But
No. I'm saying that, like, neither players... It's a control mirror, so, like, nobody wants to flinch.
right,
This is a card that lets you flinch.
it does not let you flinch.
Absolutely it does.
It does not let you flinch.
Okay, so I'm on the draw, right? So, like, they just played their 6th land. I have 5 untapped. I'm sitting here. They're obviously not going to play Jace because they only have 1 counterspell backup, and with 5 land, I have, like, 2, maybe 3 opportunities to counterspell their counterspell, to counterspell the Jace.
Yeah.
And so if I go end of turn to Fairy, they have 6 lands. Now they're going to say, okay, well, I can't let Teferi resolve, or else he's just going to resolve Jace when he untaps.
Right.
And so then, they counterspell Teferi, they, Mana Leak, or whatever. And so then you untap, play your 6th land.
You probably...
And you cast Jace.
Right.
And they go, okay, counterspell, and you're like, all right, Logic Knot, or Spell Snare, or something, whatever.
Right.
And you resolve your Jace first.
All right.
Whoever, yeah, proceed to win game.
Well, then they resolve their Jace, and you're back at square one. You're in the Jace off, as it were.
And here's, not worth mentioning, Tron.
Yeah,
on turn 4. There just wasn't a real good answer.
Get out of
Sorry.
here with this Tron crap.
I mean, we could have put up. I would have acquiesced to any match you want.
You would,
But
not
there
have.
was.
You were hard for this Tron.
Well, I mean, we got to put it on once in a while.
No, I disagree with that.
It's part of the format, and if
Not my format.
If we're going to be representative of what's going on in the modern world, if
All
we're
right.
really talking about bringing hot modern action to the people every Tuesday night here at GameSwap Mason on Top Deck Productions.
Somebody stack Connor's deck so he has natural Tron next game, and then we'll be representative of what's going on in the modern format.
What's Jace's response to natural Tron?
Scoop?
Oh, yeah?
What's everybody's response to natural Tron? Like, okay, I guess you got it. Congrats. So, I mean, they could play through it. It's not great. Eldrazi Tron's probably pretty good against Jace decks. Just the threat of Reality Smasher against Jace is huge.
Yeah.
Did he just tap
his forest?
I think he tapped his Urza's Factory and then, like, accidentally hit it so that it switched which was tapped. Or maybe he did it on purpose. I don't know. It looked weird. Anyway, we've got this Mishra's Factory on board. Or Urza's Factory, sorry.
Yep.
We're going to start pumping out assembly workers here with our Tron.
Yeah, normally you see this in the blue Tron decks. Does this become a one-of in these other?
I hope not, but maybe.
Oh, boy. Alright.
Alright, so now we're popping expedition maps, get another tower.
Oh, is he on 12 different arts?
It's adorable.
So as somebody who plays a Tron deck, I think Tron's, it's probably on the same power level. It's less interactive than we'd like it to be, but at the very least, play the same art so that your opponent, like I think it borders on misrepresenting the game state. To be completely honest.
I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah, I mean the cards are legal. They all have names.
Yeah,
you know.
Most of the time, like, just to know that my opponent has Tron, it's like, all right, you have infinite colorless mana. I don't care. Let's
move on to
do what
the
you
next part of my life.
Yeah.
That I'm not going to hate.
I'm probably still gonna hate it, but I guess that's life.
So, what would your like? How many sideboard cards are you going to want for the Jace mirror? Because you know they're going to happen.
Like,
and what do you want them to be?
3?
Okay.
So I mean, it depends on what Jace deck I'm playing. If I'm playing a Jeskai Jace deck,
you act like they're any different.
They're very different.
You're so full of it. They're all the same thing. They're just these control decks that want the game to go on for a million turns.
That's not true.
All right, so pontificate on all the different kinds of Jace decks. That's my word of the night, I guess.
I guess.
I guess we're just using the word pontificate a lot.
All right, so here's an assembly worker.
Oh man, I was if he would have had the actual assembly worker token.
It was a nice one.
Yeah, it's a cool one. All right, we're gonna go get more Tron pieces. Nope, Horizon Canopy.
I think a Lingering Souls deck is pretty good in that world.
Okay.
You might be able to... Eldrazi Tron seems decent. Like, just Bant Eldrazi seems very good there.
No, I just want... No, I understand some other decks are going to be good.
Oh, you want, like, Jace, anti-Jace tech.
Yeah, in your Jace deck. Like, what's the mirror? How do you level the mirror?
Jace's defeat. Let's just go right at it.
Let's be blunt.
Let's just be blunt. So I don't think there's any specific anti-Jace tech. I mean, there is, but you can go the full-on Slash Panther if you really wanted to. But I don't think that's particularly good.
Wow. That's a... Man, maybe I'll put that one in my Tron decks.
I don't know if you want to do that, but...
Yeah, I guess you have Reality Smasher if you really want to do that.
You just Reality Smash. You could do what Connor did there and just play out an Ulamog. What are you gonna do about it?
Could put Ulamog in a Jace deck. They'll get to 10 mana.
If you get to 10 mana with a Jace deck, you've already won.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, that's just game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's game.
I'd be willing to venture that you're wrong on that. I mean, I agree that, like, when you're playing these control mirrors, whoever's playing more land, you know, whoever hits more land drops over the course of the first 15 turns of the game is going to win.
Yeah. But anyway, more to my original point here. Like, when you play like a Jeskai deck with Jace in it.
Okay.
Your main game plan is still probably like control the early game with like bolts and lightning helixes, and then transition to the late game with Snapcaster, bolt to the dome.
Yep.
And playing against Jace, that probably gives you a little bit of an advantage versus the other Jace decks.
Okay.
Who don't have like the bolt, snap, bolt option, which is not easy to interact with because all of the spells are so inexpensive.
Uh-huh.
If we start to get like real crazy and have a bunch of Jeskai mirrors, that new red guy from Rivals of Ixalan might come into play. The one that casts an instant or sorcery out of your opponent's graveyard.
Oh, the daring swashbuckler?
We might get real funky with some of those. That would be a very interesting place for Modern.
Yeah, because I think that's daring bucket. Nope, that's not it. I gotta figure out what this card is.
Dire Fleet Daredevil, there he is.
The Dire Fleet Daredevil. I was thinking he was daring.
I was doing a standard commentary with one Patrick Nars Savage one day when we were talking about this card and its potential, and it could be very good if standard changes a little bit, but I think it has potential in modern as well. The more interesting topic of discussion there was what exactly is Dire Fleet Daredevil reaching for?
I think that's a piece of the Jade treasure. Like if you look at the treasure token from the pirate or the merfolk, it's Jade. Like all the treasures made of Jade.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
I think it looks like the Hulk's dong, personally.
Why would the Hulk have a disembodied takes it off the screen immediately? Just snap like, all right, we're not talking about this anymore.
Well, I
not
disagree. We're gonna talk about this.
not gonna. First of all, why would he be on Ixalan? Is the Hulk a planeswalker?
The Hulk is not a planeswalker. He's a planeshopper. He jumps everywhere.
Because the Hulk ended up on a different planet at some point, right?
Yeah, but that was via spaceship.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not really well versed in that universe.
If you were, you would know that that's exactly what the Hulk's dong looks like.
I do not want to see your Google history.
Justin's having a hard time dealing with this factory. These assembly workers are likely to go the distance. He's going to have to race Connor with some burn, and hopefully that happens soon.
Yeah, he had a lightning helix or two. Okay, so he has another lightning helix in hand.
Sure, that'd be pretty good.
So, our spotters pointed out that he has the line of like helix, snap my helix, and then cryptic, tap your team, return my Snapcaster Mage.
Okay.
And then you can like Snapcaster to cast your helix again, or cast a bolt out of your graveyard.
Here's a Karn. I don't know that I would do this pre-combat, but here we are.
Man, he's still got that Oblivion Stone in play too. Here's the Logic Knot. Oh, it's just the Logic Knot's being removed from the game. Alright, Helix U. Puts him to 6.
Justin going down to 4. So we have Snap Bolt. And did he say we have
a 3?
Bolt on top? Oh, Bolt on top. There you go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. That's
he got him from like 12.
That's the Jeskai control deck. Gets a lot of reach versus the other types of control decks which
don't have that reach.
Don't have that capability. But in like a Jace, if you put Jace into this Jeskai deck,
yeah,
you're really losing some of that reach in favor of a little more longevity. But, you know, it might be worth it. Jace is a very powerful card.
It's a very powerful Magic the Gathering card.
Very powerful. It certainly helps you control the board a little bit better.
Somebody once said it's better than all other Magic the Gathering cards.
What? I can't think of anybody who would be crazy enough to do that.
It's definitely better than any other Planeswalker that's been printed.
Well, yeah.
So we figured out the Jace decks.
Yeah. We did.
We at least have the first iteration of them in our minds.
We did it. We did it, folks.
I mean, I know what mine would look like, but
yeah,
I think
ours would just be like 40 islands and Jace.
Yeah.
We're doing it, fellas.
And I'd want each island to be a different promo island.
Of course you would. I don't think there's that many though. 40? Come on.
I mean, there's at least 40 different islands I could play. And if you're gonna count the full arts, you could.
Why would you count the full arts?
Because
they were literally in packs. Literally in packs.
Here we've got our spotters collected
all the deck lists. That's great.
All the decks that everybody's been playing tonight.
Anyway,
shout out to tonight's spotter. He's really evolved. He's really a spotter, greater primate, not just a monkey. I'm excited for the coming. I mean, I love coming here and shooting the whatnot with you about this modern format.
All the whatnots are being shot.
About this modern format. But to be completely honest with our viewers, people come to this tournament every week and they play roughly the same deck. And yeah. I'm excited for a shakeup in the format so we can show you guys some different activities.
Well, it's modern. Everybody's got their pet deck, and that's fine.
Well, I know. I just want to see other stuff.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I see what you're saying. So what you're going to see here out of Justin is some other stuff. I think we're going to see some Blood Moons out of the board.
Yep.
Absolutely. Jumpstart X, thanks for the follow. And I think you'll see more decks, I think, running Blood Moon in the coming format. So look forward to that if you like Blood Moon.
More Blood Moons in the coming format?
Yeah.
All right.
More Blood Moons in the coming format. So I think the Tron deck next levels the control deck in a lot of ways. And I think it's going to naturally next level all of the Bloodbraid Elf decks. But I think both the control deck and the Bloodbraid Elf decks are going to have access to Blood Moon and are probably going to run some out of the board.
So what you're saying, what I just heard you say, let me do some, this is called reflective listening.
Do it.
You think that this Jace and Bloodbraid Elf unban is actually good for the Tron decks?
Yeah.
Wow. I know that's bad news for you. I know you hate these Tron decks.
I really don't like them.
You hate Tron decks like you hate
Matthew Broderick is the only thing else on that level.
Wow. You don't like Matthew Broderick?
Absolutely not.
Ferris Bueller?
Yeah, he's the bane of my existence.
His version of Godzilla was bad.
He ruined Godzilla. Let's not sugarcoat it. He ruined Godzilla.
But the soundtrack for that movie was fire. It was straight dope.
It had a couple of really good songs on it, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Anytime you can get Puff Daddy and Jimmy Page together.
Yeah. I've got a couple songs off that soundtrack in my my gym mix.
Of course. You got any Jamiroquai in your gym mix?
Jamiroquai.
You like going deeper underground there?
I don't know why that's so funny.
So Hollowed Fountain from Justin. He's going to have to battle through this relic. It seems a little innocuous here because it's just taking out like random cards that don't really matter. But one day.
See, wouldn't he get a basic planes here if he had the Blood Moon?
If he had the Blood Moon, he would definitely get a basic planes. Doesn't look like he does.
He's got this Spell Queller.
Yeah, Spell Queller seems sweet.
Does it?
It's obviously less good against like the Eldrazi Tron decks.
Looks like you found a third land there off of Serum Visions. Unfortunately, it's a fetch land, so.
Listen, Bury the Banana. I'll put up with a lot
Berry,
of things.
B-E-R-R-Y?
No,
not
B-A-R-R-Y.
Oh, but not Barry, B-U-R-Y.
No.
Okay.
He says he's glad to see this stream really gets down to the important issues like which terrible Godzilla movie had the best soundtrack. There's only one terrible Godzilla movie, and it's not Godzilla's fault.
The Bryan Cranston one was really good. I enjoyed that one.
That one's not good, but it's not terrible.
I don't think there's anything you and I agree on.
There's a lot that you and I agree on. But no, it's just not. It's a very good Godzilla movie. It was an okay movie, but it wasn't a good Godzilla movie.
All right.
I need to show you some of the classic Godzilla movies,
Like the old Japanese ones?
or the new Japanese ones. Shin Gojira. Holy smokes! Got to see that one on its one-day release in U.S. theaters. That was a really
yeah, I
nice
was
one.
working that night, I think.
You were working that night.
That's disappointing to me.
It was high quality, the highest.
So here's Connor with all the mana in the world.
And here's a card.
Here's Karn. What happened to Justin's Hollowed Fountain?
Well, there's a little card called Ulamog,
Oh yeah, that one got cast?
and blew up two of Justin's lands.
Seems fair.
You know, it's one thing to print like this ridiculous mana engine like Tron, and have the drawback be that you can only get colorless mana. And it's another thing to then print all of the best high mana spells as colorless.
Colorless big old beaters. Yeah, this is just what happens when, I mean, to be fair, the Tron lands were conceived in like what, that was the second Magic set, or no, it was Arabian Nights Antiquities, the third Magic set. Yeah, I mean, if you count Beta and Unlimited as like a continuation of the Alpha idea.
Right. Yes.
And that's just like, I mean, to bring an idea from that far ago into today's kind of environment is why the Tron lands seem like they don't fit.
They don't fit, and they need to get gone. But they might be important for the coming format, as much as I hate to admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They might be the bane of Jace's. I mean, it's not going to be free. Like you're gonna have to battle. It's not going to be like playing against Jund or anything.
Right.
But they might be the one that squeaks out those few percentage points.
That's interesting. So do you think the meta shapes up to be like a not that all these decks are going to be the same in each, but like the Jace decks, the Bloodbraid Elf decks, and the Tron decks?
No. You're going to have the majority of the format's still going to be linear aggro.
Yeah.
But what's left of the...
I just don't see how a linear aggro deck can beat any deck designed to cast Jace.
I mean, pretty easily. Like a burn deck is probably still really good against Jace. Just because you have so much redundancy that the Fate Seal doesn't matter.
Sure.
You can't afford to like sit there and brainstorm forever. You have like removal in your deck game one, which whatever. You have counter magic, which you're losing the mana battle on every time there.
But I think a card like what's the one that counters a non-creature unless they pay 2? I always get Spell. Is it? It's not Dispel. It's Spell Pierce.
Yeah.
Okay. Card like Spell Pierce is huge against a Tron deck. Like if you can counter their map,
Yeah.
You're very happy about that.
Sure.
And so
you can't counter their natural Tron.
Right, you're still going to lose. Fine. If they, if they're going to natural Tron me, you got it.
Here's old Ugin. The best thing about
Counter
Ugin
spell, draw a card.
is the alternate art version, which you get to call Bluegan, which is awesome to me.
Yeah. It's a pretty looking card, too.
It is a pretty looking card. I'm a big fan of like these alternate art non-foil promos.
I love it.
I'm down.
No, I thought the Ugin's Fate Pack was a super cool thing for the pre-release.
Very cool idea. I let Wizards know all about that when I took the Arrivals of Ixalan survey as well.
Oh, did you expound upon the Ugin's Fate Pack?
Yeah. Specifically that was a very cool way of introducing like the realm, like the idea of the set to people.
Yes.
And that if they were planning on, looks like we're in chump mode, if they were planning on just nixing the F&M tokens as a whole, then like a pack of like foil tokens at a pre-release would go a long way to bring people in.
Yep.
That'd be very cool.
I like the idea of like a pack with like a rare and 3 uncommons in it. Like I love the standard showdown packs.
Yeah.
And I know that the cost of producing an alternate art card is not 0.
Absolutely.
But like I would love for like each set to have like, give me 10 rares and 10 uncommons. And every set put those in, and then every F&M season you release a set of packs for that season of all the standard sets possible.
I think the standard showdown packs are fine where they are. Like I don't think you need to refine that at all. I think that's a good program.
Yeah. I know I come to play. Are we starting a standard showdown here again? Is that underway on Wednesdays?
I believe it's next Wednesday. It might be this Wednesday.
Look into it. Is it going on right now though, Jake? That's the question.
We'll find out here.
We'll find out. We'll tell you guys next round.
Connor won that one in typical Tron fashion, just kind of overwhelming him.
Tron him. Yeah, I think the Ugin destroying, or the Ulamog destroying 2 of his lands.
Yeah, that's
was really the death knell there.
Yeah, Captain Hook promos. Let's bring them out.
The buy a box promos are, of all the promos, my least favorites, because the buy-in is so high.
The buy-in's very high. The Ixalan treasure packs or whatever they were.
That was a much better buy a box situation.
Yeah, I think that that would be very difficult to do repeatedly. And so just like expanding the standard showdowns packs to like the buy box is the way to fix that.
Right.
It gets people who are like, oh, I'm going to go play standard. Let me buy a box of the newest set and see what I can build. It like gives them that exposure to other sets in standard, which can be a pretty big thing.
Okay. Yeah, I like the buy box pack not having any of the cards from, previous, like just do, mythic rare from the previous sets.
Right.
Would be sweet.
That would be very sweet. Yeah, I think for pre-releases they should give you like a little pack that has like your pre-release promo in it, and then like a couple foil tokens from the set. I think that would be very cool.
Yeah, the foil tokens could be definitely an addition to the pre-release. I agree with that. That'd be great.
All right, so we're starting this one off fast and furious.
Oh, the standard showdown has begun. Is that how you spell that word?
Yeah.
All right. It's been a good 15 years since I've written anything. So, like, I dropped out of college when I was 20.
Yeah.
And I'm 34 now.
You haven't written anything in your adult life, is what you're telling me.
I mean, I may have written some like 100-word essays in hair school.
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't really make you write all that much. Like, I mean, what are they going to ask you to write about? Show, don't tell.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you wanted me to give a speech on any number of chemical reactions that go on a daily basis in my work, I could do that. I just never had to write an essay about it.
Yeah. All right, we get the, I believe, a mine. Who could even tell at this point?
Anyway, so words like begun, I would, that's a word I would type and then delete it, assuming I was wrong.
Which is a learned behavior.
Yeah, welcome to my childhood. Like, sorry to get depressing, but there it is. Ooh, draw step Vendilion click. Now this is a big deal.
This is early and aggressive. Oh, he doesn't like what he sees. I'll tell you that right now. All right, so the game plan is try to keep him off of Tron despite
what is
having
under?
the
Is that
stirrings.
nature's claim under the other Tron piece?
I think it's an ancient stirrings.
Oh, it's ancient stirrings. Okay.
Oh no, it's not. That is not an ancient stirrings.
Yeah, it's a nature's claim.
That's interesting. I wonder what he's
Blood Moon, probably.
claiming. Yeah, but he didn't. Like, we saw a game 1 where Justin's play wasn't really conducive to Blood Moon.
Yeah, he didn't intentionally play into, like, a Blood Moon situation.
So, could be. I'll tell you what, though. Connor's going to have to find an answer to this Vendilion click somewhat soon. Or he could just assemble Tron. Like, it doesn't matter. Play his World Breaker, blow up a land, block, flyers forever. Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
there it is, folks.
I didn't even cast this ancient stirrings.
No. We're just gonna draw our natural Tron. That's how it works.
All right. Well.
All right. So here's my
Justin,
World
I wish you
Breaker.
all the luck in the world.
I'll take a damage to do it, but you're gonna lose a land here.
He's going to.
Oh, he's letting it resolve.
What happened there? Did you just add a red? And okay.
Yeah, you got to do it at some point. Oh, we're sending it at... What just happened?
Was that a... Oh, so he let the... Okay, with the wording... Okay, so they were just confused about how things got resolved there, but Justin wanted to make red.
In response to the cast trigger.
Right.
Gotcha. All right.
And so now he's searching. So he let one land get destroyed, and then the other one is searching I'm assuming just Scalding Tarn here.
Yeah, we popped a Scalding Tarn, get a Steam Vents.
Yep.
So that World Breaker, I guess that's his graveyard that's sideways, and it's his exile pile that's straight up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why he would have.
I don't think he would have exiled his World Breaker.
Yeah. Because that has an ability that lets him get it back.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anytime.
Yeah, I mean, that's a
soon,
long way off, but it's,
yeah, but
it's a thing.
It is a thing. So with Connor at 12.
Justin has Bolt in the yard.
Bolt in the yard's not going to matter a whole lot to this relic, but...
Well, I think if Connor even goes down a small amount, he can snap Bolt.
Oh, sure.
Potentially.
So Connor's at 11 potential mana now. I think he has an Emrakul in hand. I believe it was an Emrakul. I only got a glimpse of it. So that's the race that Justin's up against, I guess. Oh, we're getting rid of the World Breaker.
Okay, Justin does not have Snapcaster Mage, so he lets that resolve. Or he's just committed to this Cryptic command. He believes he can race if he can resolve this. Yeah.
And there's the Cryptic.
Cryptic counter draw.
And the race is on.
For as often as Cryptic Command gets cast for counter draw, I'm surprised people don't play Dismiss. Is that card legal in Modern?
Nope. I mean, it's the versatility of Cryptic Command that...
Yeah. It's got the other modes, but...
And you don't want to play both in the deck.
Sure.
Because...
You don't want to get stuck with the wrong mode.
Yeah, also... a million 4-mana spells in a format where you could very easily die on turn 3.
Yep.
Alright, Justin's going to go digging. I'm assuming for some burn spells to speed up this clock. Neither are burn spells. It'll be interesting to see if he keeps this... oh, it's a Snapcaster on top.
Snapcaster in a land, but he has a Snapcaster in hand already.
And not much to snap back.
Right.
I guess you can get back this Cryptic Command, but man, that doesn't feel good here.
He's left one of them on top. I'm wondering if he's just doing the math on like, okay, if I keep this Snapcaster on top, can I increase my clock?
So if he keeps land on top, he gets to snap
Curiosity Cat.
Cryptic.
Do your friends call you Whiskers?
That's a nice callback.
Do you like that?
That's a good one. So 3 mana is going to get us an Expedition map for a tower. So next turn is the turn that Emrakul's coming down.
Okay, so he gets a tower. Here's where I could be wrong here, but I have a little bit of respect for Field of Ruin off the top of Justin's deck.
Yeah, Field of Ruin.
Yeah, he could have been looking at a Field of Ruin and okay, the tower just casts this, so that's why he did it that way. Here's another Haymaker.
Just mono haymakers.
Just haymaker. You gotta make while the sun is shining, man. You gotta make hay while the sun shines. Am I right?
All right, so we're counterbounce. Picks up his Vendilion Click, so he'll get to cast it again during Connor's draw, which is
a way to keep off, you know,
an Eldrazi monster. If that's what's in his hand. I can't really tell.
Yeah, he would have to have two big idiots to defeat this Vendilion Click.
Well, guess what this Tron deck does?
His big idiots.
It just jams all the big idiots in there.
Go draw step.
And all the... Oh, he let... Oh, okay.
Yeah, draw step.
And there's the Emrakul. Put it on bottom.
Is that Worm Coil or Nature's Claim? We saw the Nature's Claim earlier. That's what it was. Or no, Ancient Stirrings. All right, here we go. Ancient Stirrings. Come on, idiot.
Well,
there's a couple idiots.
There's all the idiots.
You got a Planeswalker idiot, or
that'll protect you from a click for sure.
Take a walk. Bad callback.
That's a really bad one actually. So that's 9, 15 mana. We're gonna float one. So we've got a 7/7 Walking Ballista. Why not?
Yeah, here's a 6/6 Walking Ballista.
And this will end the game very quickly.
Yep, Justin needs Bolt, Snap, Bolt. So he could snap a Serum. He hasn't seen any burn spells.
There might be some exiled there. He definitely bolted in response to an Ulamog once. So he has not enough mana for Snap Cryptic.
9 and 6 is 15, so he can add 3 counters.
Well, he's got Tron lands in hand, so...
He can add 4 counters then.
So we're going to be attacking for 10, and then we just shoot him for 5.
Yep.
And that's the game. So we need a blocker here. Let's see. If he casts Snapcaster, he attacks for 9, and they
Oh,
can
he
just
could
shoot him for 9.
he could snap Cryptic, tap him down,
Mhm.
and then hope to, you know what I mean, that gives him an out to draw a card. He could tap him, draw a card, and then he gets to draw a card on his next turn. So there's 2 draws to hit a Bolt or a Lightning Helix, and then he has another Snapcaster in his hand. He can Bolt Helix him.
Sure. That's
the line.
a line.
That's
All right, play this out. Go to attacks.
before combat.
All right, so we're going to go to 14.
I don't think we can get this ballista to 14.
Definitely cannot generate that much mana. We would need to be able to generate 32 mana this turn, and Tron does have its limits.
Concur.
Snap, Cryptic.
Tap your team, draw a card. Oh, there it was.
Definitely don't bounce this.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Just is going to look at him. Just look at him in the face.
Look at him right in
There's
his
a draw
eyes.
step. He needs Emrakul to take another turn, maybe?
He's out of mana for that. Oh no, you'd have exactly here if
He could. He could Ulamog, destroying the red producing lands. He could. Alright, here's Worldbreaker's going to get big.
And we're going to pop it.
Map sack it.
I don't think that was a bolt that Justin drew.
It was a red.
I'm pretty sure it was a Sacred Foundry.
Hey, Coomer, where did you put my chess pieces?
Let's see.
He's got Snap Cryptic.
Yeah, you can still snap Cryptic, but
Oh, it was a Sacred Foundry. I thought it was a bolt. I wanted it to be a bolt so bad.
here's a path. It's going to buy you some time.
Yeah.
Just send 8 to Justin. Oh, 7 to Justin. Looks like we value that
Forest?
basic land.
Oh, he doesn't have any green sources.
True. Yeah, that's a heads-up play. And 7's still low enough to where you can just play out another Walking Ballista and sack it if you
Yep.
have another one in the deck.
Yeah, Justin just knows he's dead anyway, so he plays the Sacred Foundry untapped.
Well, that gives him access to snap
Cryptic.
Cryptic, which is going to be a big deal.
Yep, can counter draw. And he just needs all the draw steps he can get.
Force the draw for Connor. Oh, man. That factory is a big deal here.
Bounce my Snapcaster Mage, draw a card, right?
That is a play.
I think it's the only one you can make. I mean, what's he gonna do? Kill Snapcaster Mage?
So the debate here is if he doesn't bounce the Snapcaster Mage and draws a bolt, then he's in great shape. I guess either way he's in great shape because he can just bolt, snap, bolt at that point. Draws a path. And Snapcaster Serum Visions draws another Cryptic.
Jeez.
The Scry 2. That is why you play 5 Cryptics.
Both to the bottom.
Both to the bottom.
there's
We're
only-
digging for that burn.
There's only one card that wins him the game here.
I don't think it was in the game at this point.
Alright. So Connor's going to make a token here. If Connor attacks with this token, Justin should just let it happen and go to 1.
Well, yeah.
And then he can attack back, pathing this. Alright.
The old counter draw.
Counters and draws. Interesting.
Getting in there for 2.
So I think taking it increases his chances of winning the game because it turns all his burn spells into live draws because he has the path for the token that's going to block the cryptic or the Snapcaster.
That's true. It also kind of depends on what this green card is. If it's
Justin doesn't know the green card exists.
I think he does because it's been in his hand since the opening game and he clicked it.
No. He cast that Ancient Stirrings.
There it is. So we're going to blow up this assembly worker, which is an artifact, to gain life. We're out of burn range. Justin still had all these. Oh, man.
He's got the flying.
That colonnade could do work. He drew a Ceremonious Rejection, which is a pretty solid counterspell in this matchup.
Yeah, he's going to get one. The next one's not going to be.
Sure. There's a Sylvan Scrying.
Field of Ruin.
Nice clean answer to the colonnade.
Yep.
And I guess we just swing in there for 2, and he has to either path or block. Oh, he's just not going to attack?
Here's the bolt.
Why didn't we attack? It seems loose.
I don't know. This, maybe he's just playing with his food here.
So he just lets him block with Snapcaster, but that's fine. You get a good Snapcaster off there.
Yeah, Justin just needed a burn spell at any other point in the match.
We're letting the stone resolve. All right, pay 5, animate before blocks. What's Field of Ruin?
Make a white.
All right, another force for Connor. This is going right down to it. So Justin's going to have to block and path. And it still does not work to his advantage. So he has the bolt left in hand. There's no draw here that he can take him down from 9. And he's staring down this Urza's Factory token, which I'm assuming is just going to have to be bolted.
He's got bolt, snap, bolt.
So bolt, snap, bolt will put him to 3. So in a turn we can just pop this O-Stone, right? And then make a guy?
Yeah, I don't understand why the O-Stone didn't catch the Ceremonious Rejection.
So he didn't really have anything he was worried about getting blown up. And he might have just been playing around like...
Right, a bigger spell.
Right, like a Worm Coil would have been really bad for him.
Sure, something.
That'll do it. Still had all these Chromatic Stars.
There it was.
I'm going to rant about Chromatic Star a little bit when we get back. But
right.
We'll be right back here. We're going to turn this match over, or this round over real quick. So stay glued to your seats.
I got to pee, so I'll be back. This was a hot one that came off the list.
Mike again looks like he is very...
Both snaps. That dude.